It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Listen to the sound of my heart when it sings, yeah. Sound so proper like the way the beats bang, yeah. Listen to the sound of my heart when it sings, yeah. Sound so proper like the way the beats bang, yeah. Walk on this journey with me. Visit my granny in nursing homes and that gurney with me. Y'all might prefer to ditch me. It ain't been sweet in my village since I was knee-high. When Shaq signed his deal with Reebok, I was a youngin' with a bowl cut, living off of cold cuts, bologna in the fridge, chicken biscuits getting froze up. Looking at my bros, we been at it like the cold crush. Chasing after dreams, I love them like Helen Orange Crush. Woke up with a broken heart. Noticed I was feeling entitled, convinced that my rivals was moving past. Pursuing cash, boy, it's all about the Benjamins, right? They getting gas, you ain't moving if the engine ain't right. That's when I laugh, played the tortoise for a few years, perfecting my style, mastered my poker face. Deep inside, protecting my smell. So many see the skill. They see the shows and videos, but they don't see the will to keep you control when sitting still.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. In this particular show, we're going to be getting into rapper T Hood. Rest in peace. Unfortunately, he was unalived over the weekend. There is a large investigation going on trying to get to the particulars of it. He was a local Atlanta rapper. I didn't know him personally, but there are some people that I do know personally that have very close relationships with this guy, T Hood. And there is a lot of mess revolving around this situation. I'm quite sure most of y'all have heard about this by now, but unfortunately, those that are suspected in the unaliving of T Hood are Kirk and Rasheeda Frost. Rasheeda the rapper, Kirk as in her husband and manager. Their kids, both daughter and sons, are suspected of being involved. All right, rapper T Hood was dating Kirk's daughter. Apparently, there was some sort of dispute going on in the home in Snellville, and from there, things escalated to tragedy. You know what I mean? Just to basically say it straightforward. I'm gonna get into the specifics, and there's a lot of rumors circulating this situation. I refrained from speaking on it up to this point because I wanted to kind of let everybody say their piece so I could kind of cover what they're talking about expansively rather than just getting it piece by piece. But yeah, man, unfortunately somebody did lose their life, so I just want everybody to be respectful to that. Let's get into it. So TMZ was one of the first to report on this. They say Tevin Hood, a rapper from Georgia better known as T Hood, was shot at his home and later died, TMZ has confirmed. The Gwinnett County police officers responded to reports of a dispute that resulted in a shooting in unincorporated Snellville Friday. I literally used to live in Snellville, so man, this stuff is wild, going through local stuff. And an investigation into the shooting is currently underway. This is the young man. We're told first responders rendered aid at the scene and transported a man to the local area hospital where he ultimately died from his injuries. Now, that's also something in question of whether or not he passed in the hospital or if it was well before help actually arrived. Authorities say one person was detained in connection with the shooting and is being interviewed by the police. Cops are looking into the case as a homicide, though the motive for the shooting is unclear. T Hood's mom, Yolanda, confirmed her son was the person shot at the residence where he lived. She denies there was a party going on at the time, so I'm guessing that was a narrative that was kind of growing, is that there was a party happening and things escalated, but no, his mom is saying no such party occurred. They say T Hood was well known in the southern rap scene, dropping songs like Ready to Go, Big Booty, and Percolator. T Hood last posted to Instagram about a week ago. He was 33 years old. Okay? So that's the story on the surface, but that's not the story the families involved are telling online. Now, the young lady that T Hood was dating, her name is Kelsey. Once again, Kirk Frost's daughter. Um, and there are some conflicting stories about what led to the drama. Some people believe that there was an argument that may have escalated into physicality. We do not know that, but I know a lot of people have been speculating on um, the possibility of that happening. We've had no such confirmation, not even from her. So at this stage, we don't know. Okay, but she came out and spoke. This is Kelsey, his girlfriend, and Kirk's daughter. First off, I've been advised not to speak up by plenty of parties. All right. So she says people told her not to say anything, probably to protect her own interests and freedom. But she went against that. She says, I can't sit back and let this narrative being created go on. The love of my life is gone. The man I lay with and cuddle every single night is no longer here. So as I want to ask for respect and privacy, I won't, because I will always defend my baby. I don't condone this shit in any way, shape, or form or fashion. I'm sick to my stomach. I don't wish this on anyone. My brain is all over the place. This is a total nightmare, but I'm gonna get this off. I don't even have time to grieve or say my respects in the right manner because I'm defending myself being attacked by people who are creating weird and sick rumors. I'm not good at talking, but I would love to give insight and let the people who love him in to get an understanding. I don't have the right words, but I want to keep typing while also respecting his family and loved ones. Now, it is suspected that she may have either called her brother, one of the brothers, one of her brothers allegedly lives in the house or lived in the house with T Hood and her. And they're saying that another brother actually showed up to the house, which is what resulted in the shooting. So they're wondering if she made that call or not. She's been out here denying that she made any call. All right. She says more. So please stop listening to people who weren't there. Listening to all of these rumors and conspiracy theories will get nobody anywhere, but just following a false narrative. I hate I have to even post this. I don't think you did. But I won't let y'all bully me and put the blame on me, making it seem like we weren't one. I ain't ever fathomed I ain't never fathomed no shit like this. I love my man with my entire heart. Sending me threats. I am grieving too. I am hurting too. I didn't harm anyone or ask anyone to harm him. I didn't call for anyone to come help me. I didn't ask for this. All right. And people are saying, hey, perhaps you didn't make the call. Maybe your brother did. I don't know everything that happened. I can't say. But she says I would never. My baby was still healing from being shot 3 times. I do believe Mr. T Hood was shot recently and had recovered from surgery and things of that nature. We handled our business in private. I am livid also. I didn't call my family for help. For one, I'm the only girl, and I know we would be right back together that same night. If anything, I don't involve my folks in our business. I didn't call a brother. I didn't call anyone but his mother. That's my baby. I don't care who's involved. I don't condone this. I am not okay. All right. So she said she didn't call anybody. She called his mama, though. And I believe his mother has said some things as well. Perhaps we'll get there. Right. Now, I'm going to do this in reverse order from this blog that's been keeping up with it. Right. So that's that. She already said her piece. And this is Kelsey. Okay. So now we have Jada Lene. This is one of T Hood's sisters. Okay. She says, they showed so much love for you today. I hate this happened to you, Tevin. This is my mama only son. He knew I'd do anything for him. Anything. I hate this bitch even came into his life. Okay. So she's grieving and saying she wish he never even met her. She made all them posts. And I honestly don't care if she hurt and she get to see her brothers live another day. Y'all took mine. All y'all just can rot. Is what his sister Jada had to say. She says that's not towards the comments. That's for all the ignorant comments that know they don't even make sense. If it's self-defense, you wouldn't run from the scene. You would stay at the scene because you did nothing wrong. So she says, hey, for those of y'all out there that want to believe that he was shot in self-defense, why wouldn't they stay if they felt that they were in the right. Now, I've seen some people having discussions about this stuff, and they say, hey man, out of fear of the police, people will flee even if they feel that they did nothing wrong, or if they literally did nothing wrong, because people show up, the police show up at the scene. They're going to be asking some questions. They're going to want answers. And whoever they see is probably going to get arrested either way it goes. At that point, it's kind of up to the narrative that the police are either willing to accept or the one that they make for you. And that's common perception of us average folks. So it could be a 50-50 toss up. You may feel like, hey, it's self-defense, but I'm still scared as fuck. I'm on the run. Or, you could stay and say, no, this was completely vindicated for a reason. That's up to perception. Nobody knows. We'll see how the story unfolds at a later time. But that's what she had to say about it. His other sister, Masia, came out and said, get up off this app yapping if you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Okay? They then post, this is Masia, she posts a photo of alleged suspect Kirk and Rasheeda's son, Kai. All right? So this is the son that I believe stayed at the residence with T Hood and the young lady, Kelsey, sorry. Okay, so he's somebody that's allegedly involved. And then the other brother. Okay, T Hood's sister claims Kelsey did call her brother. His sister called him to the property to help. It says here, this is the other brother, the one who said his ankle hurts. He shot him also. Okay, to say also, that means that you believe both brothers fired. But left the scene before police came. He also stated that his sister called him to the property for help. So she's saying he's already admitted that he was called there for help, although Kelsey is saying no such call was made. This is all very sad. And these are Kirk and Rasheeda's kids. Masia comes back, says, please shut the fuck up and stop eating dick on this app. I'm guessing to the people out there. If this was a self-defense situation, why would the brother leave the house before police arrived? And there's no weapons, just a shot person that was already dead at the scene. You took time to clean up, not call 911, because the 911 call came from Latonia. Then you called after police were already en route. Okay, so she says that they literally took extra time to try to clean up. The brother got out of Dodge, took the weapon with him. There was nothing there. Only T Hood shot, which I believe they say he was shot multiple times, maybe like 5 times. Chest, back, all over the place. All right. So she's saying if this was self-defense, once again, why run? She says if someone is so-called beating you up in your house, why not call 911 to remove the person from the home? And he lived there as well. And Kai Frost lives there as well, which is the brother. Why wait on someone to be shot, then call 911? So she's saying if this was just, for lack of a better term, a routine DV call, which is never a routine thing, is nothing to be scoffed at, nothing to be glazed over. And we don't know if that's the case, but that's kind of one of the narratives that's floating. She's saying, if that is so, why didn't you call the police to get him removed from the home? She says, and then why wait on somebody to be shot to call 911? Why not protect yourself? And again, your brother already lived there in the house. Why wait on your older brother to come and then shoot him together when 911 could have been called from 3 p.m.? You wait 3 to 4 more hours, then call 911, and you didn't even call 911. You had us call 911, okay? Remember, this incident took place in Snellville. She's saying that the 911 call came from Latonia, which, they're not the same place. There's a little bit of distance, not a lot of distance, but a little bit of distance between the two. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, y'all didn't even call. Y'all called our family, and we made the call. What's up with that? Okay. Next, somebody says shooting someone in the back isn't self-defense and shooting them 5 different times is overkill. Says here, she stated that he was leaving and her brother shot him and said fuck her and him. So, wow. Again, we got to wait for more information to come out. But she's saying that the brother T Hood was in the process of leaving and he was shot anyway. Self-defense on what? Shut the fuck up if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Major comes back again. Frosted K, which is Kelsey, the girlfriend, set my brother up. She had her brother shoot him and say she didn't know he shot my brother 5 times in the back and stomach, chest. They cleaned it up and hid the brother so the police wouldn't find the weapon or him. Her 2 brothers. One left the scene, but the one that lives on the property is hiding. Okay? Which I believe is the younger of the 2. Kai, I think they say his name is. They say he's hiding. And people are under the belief that Kirk and Rasheeda may be hiding him. I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying that's the speculation that's going on. Okay, let me see if there's. I think that's the size of it at this time. So again, on the right, this is Kai, and this is the other brother. Okay. Kirk Frost Jr. So Kirk's son, Kirk and Rasheeda's son, Kirk's daughter. And this young man here is no longer with us. Just tragic, man. At this current time, T Hood's family does have a GoFundMe up. They've raised about $1,175 out of their $4,000 goal. Justice for Tevin Hood, support his family. Tevin Hood, known as T Hood, was fatally shot 7 times. Damn, not 7 times. Wow. In the back on Friday evening. Justice has yet to be served. They took his life as he was walking away, robbing his young daughter of her father, her protector and her biggest supporter. Wow, I didn't know he had a child. Tevin loved his little girl more than anything in this world. Now she must grow up without the guidance, love, and presence he gave so selflessly every single day. They didn't just take a father, they took away a future of daddy-daughter moments, milestones, and memories. They also took a son from his mother, a brother from his sisters, a grandson from his grandmother, and a loyal friend from those who loved him most. His absence has left a hole in the hearts of his family and close friends that can never be filled. The stories surrounding his death have been twisted multiple times, and the Gwinnett County Police Department has not done enough to track down his killer. We won't stop until justice is served, not just for Tevin, but for his daughter, his mother, his sisters, his grandmother, and every person whose life was changed forever the moment he was taken. So yeah, man, this is all super heartbreaking, man. I hate to see this happen. Just sad, you know. But I do wish condolences to his family, those who loved him, those who were affected by him, those that he touched in the city. Once again, I've seen quite a few people from the city that have been posting him and saying their condolences and talking about, good times that they shared with him. And I wish all of y'all the best too in healing. And I definitely wish, for this to be resolved, for his family to have closure on the situation, because there's so much information being thrown back and forth that we don't even know what's real or what's not. And ultimately, their family is the only ones that deserve answers of what happened. You know what I mean? As it pertains to Kirk and Rasheeda, I know some people out there are saying, why are they being spoken of so much? Why is people placing blame on them so much? And, I don't think that they should be necessarily held accountable for the actions of their adult children. But that's still their children, you know what I'm saying? And the things that happen to them, the things that they go out into the world and do, are naturally going to be reflections of the parenting that they came from. You know, when you look at these photos, you see that these people are not, they're not in their 40s. They're young, you know what I'm saying? So they're probably rather freshly removed from the household. So I don't think it's out of the question to, ask questions. Now, again, I don't think that they should be held accountable for the actions. They're not going to go to jail on behalf of their kids. But yeah, I mean, these are high profile people. They've been on TV for over a decade. And when something of this magnitude happens and your children are involved, naturally, your name is going to be attached to it, and people are going to have questions to know want to know what the fuck is going on. What did y'all do? How did they end up in this predicament? So it's fair game, but I don't think anybody should, expect to just be able to say it's their fault. Like they made their choices. And we still don't even have all the details as to what led to the violent outburst. So we can't really say who's in the right or who's in the wrong, to be completely honest. So I think people should just, reserve judgment, let the investigation take place. If you feel it in your heart to donate to the family of the lost, you know what I'm saying? That's awesome. But everything else is kind of in the air. It's a he say, she say until there is a final judgment. If they go to trial, if they're, somebody's been detained, somebody was brought in for questioning. We're going to have to see if they're going to start pointing fingers, if anybody is going to take the rap or, try to give a little bit of clarity as to what happened. There's so many different variables that are being weighed into this thing, man. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. All right, but I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross somebody came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no gunner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.